Speaking of passing the eye test, Derrick Henry did pass the eye test with 2,027 yards this season, giving us our first Sunday matchup, 105 kickoff on ESPN and ABC. Baltimore Ravens take on the Tennessee Titans.
Do we want to address this comment before we get to our picks or after?
We'll do it after.
All right.
Combs.
Shane, we'll get to you in a minute.
Who do you got? Ravens versus Titans.
Ravens versus Titans. I am taking the Ravens in this one. Look, I know that Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry, but the way to beat them is to let Derrick Henry eat and to contain A.J. Brown and that passing game. And I think that's what the Ravens are built to do. The Ravens will do that, and the Ravens will win. This is going to be a close one. I got something like 31-27 Ravens in this one.
Oh, why?
I'm gonna take the other one on this. I'm going with the Titans simply because, kind of like what we talked about earlier with Russell Wilson and Jared Goff. If it comes down to it, who do I think will make the big play? If it comes down to it, I love J.K. Dobbins. He's had a great rookie year. He's been awesome so far. They had 400 yards as a team the other day in their game. Him and Lamar. I mean, they were going crazy. But here's the deal: Derrick Henry, King Henry, as I should say. I want Henry at the 1 before I'd want Dobbins at the 1. So here's the deal: we hand that ball off to Dobbins. We hand that ball off to Henry. He punches it in, and they win it. Not only that, too. But Ryan Tannehill has been playing out of his mind here recently, so I'm following with the Titans.
Yeah, and I'm going with the Titans as well, not because of King Henry, but like I said last night, I do like the passing game of the Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill has come on hot. He is a top 5 quarterback in the league right now, but also this Tennessee Titans defense is kind of underrated a tad bit, and I think they're going to come at Lamar Jackson. They're going to blitz him a lot because look at their bench. Who is their backup quarterback? RG3 is on IR. Trace Shorley is on IR. Who is the Baltimore Ravens backup quarterback? If they get to Lamar Jackson, put pressure on him, and he has to go poop again, what is going to happen? Are they going to run a wildcat with J.K. Dobbins at quarterback and put Hollywood Brown in the backfield? The Baltimore Ravens
has to go poop again, the practice squad quarterback's going to come on the field, tear his ACL. Then Lamar's going to come back and win the game again. Look, if you're going to blitz Lamar, he is going to beat you with his legs. I'm telling you right now. I know you hate Lamar, Buck, but Lamar, I'm telling you, this team is going. He's tired of listening to guys like you talk about him. Okay. And Lamar is going to go off in this game, and Baltimore is going to win this one. They're going to put up 31 points and win this game.
Okay, so I will back off the Lamar Jackson's trash statement once he wins a playoff game in January. He got his first win in January ever in the regular season, or only because the season went to January, but let's be flat out honest. The reason why Lamar Jackson is trash, and like I'm going to call out fans here, is because fans like Isaac Hatfield, the long snapper from NIU, put him up on this pedestal. He was even drafted, and he's like, I'm going to win a Super Bowl.
The media put him on a pedestal, not the fans.
Okay, no, the fans were. So 3 years ago, when Lamar Jackson came into the league and he started with week 9 or week 10, yes, he had a great game, right? But I said it back then, Lamar Jackson is going to be a trash career. And I had so many fans come at me.
He came out and won the MVP.
But still, okay. That is what did he do now? What has he done now? He hasn't done a lot this year.
They're 11-5 and they're in the playoffs. What do you mean? What has he done now? Come on, Buck.
You guys keep saying that they're 11-5, but look who they freaking played, man. They played Cincinnati.
So does that mean your Chiefs aren't for real then?
No, they are not. The Chiefs are probably the biggest smoke and mirrors in the playoffs. This is coming from a Chiefs fan. The Chiefs are the biggest smoke and mirrors in the playoffs, and everything has to go
So
right
who do you have
their
coming
way.
out of the AFC?
What?
So if the Chiefs are the biggest smoke and mirrors, who do you have coming out of the AFC, though?
I think it's going to be the winners of this Titans versus Baltimore Ravens game.
Oh, my
Over
God.
the Buffalo Bills, huh?
Oh, my God. Yeah. Not Buffalo.
Buffalo is that wild card. Do they stay hot? or do they cool off? Right? Like, did they peak too early?
I don't know if they've
No.
peaked yet. Every game's been like this.
They're
And, like,
going up.
Their last game with their backups, they put up 56 points.
Yeah.
They haven't peaked yet, Buck.
Against a team that needed to win to get into the playoffs, by the way. It's not like they were playing against a team that needed the win to get in.
You are right.
So,
But I am picking the Tennessee Titans this game. 27-17 is a final score. Ryan Tannehill throws for 3 touchdowns and rushes for another one. Derrick Henry does get his yardage but doesn't find the end zone. What is your final score, Combs?
I had it 31-27.
You got the Ravens, right?
Ravens, yep.
Ravens. Why? What about you?
I'm changing. I am revising mine. I thought about it for a second, and I'm going off kilter here. You know what? After talking with Isaac, after hearing you and Combs, and thinking it through myself, I'm taking the Ravens in this one because I think Lamar Jackson is going to have a great game. And I think Lamar Jackson wins this one 28-24.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. I will accept your revisement. No hurt feelings
Well, you have
whatsoever.
no choice.
Right? Well, see,
This
I
wasn't
am
multiple
married
choice,
now.
Buck.
Say, hey, I am married now, so I have to choose my words wisely, right? Like, like when like when your wife changes her mind every 10 seconds, like you have to oh, I didn't know you did that, right? But you have to accept the revisement because
I
you
was
are
never very good
understanding
at that, but that's why I'm divorced twice.
because if you listen to the words there, like hi, I'm telling you, you have changed your mind, but I acknowledge that you changed your mind, right? So
Yeah.
I'm kind of poking the stick a little bit. But what is considered a good game for Lamar Jackson?
I think with his arm. I think Lamar Jackson comes out and passes for 250 plus, 2+ touchdowns passing, and he's going to have a good game rushing. I mean, we've all seen what he does with his legs. So we're going to have, I think, 75+ yards rushing and then a rushing touchdown. That's a good game for Lamar.
Yeah.
In my mind.
I would say 225 and about $110 rushing is what Lamar's going to have. Lamar's going to go off to.
I think so.
So, Combs, let me ask you this question. You have said that Lamar is going to do things with his legs and do great things all on the ground. Do you think in the back of Lamar Jackson's head, he is going to not be himself in this game just to prove people wrong, like he can throw the ball and become a throw first guy?
Lamar's legs is what's going to open up the pass game for them. Tennessee's going to be so worried about it. And like you said, I mean, they might try to blitz him a whole bunch at first. And what's going to happen is they're going to get in on that pressure. The problem is he's going to get out of the pressure and he's going to get some big yardage because once you start blitzing him, that's where you run into trouble. The way you don't run into trouble is you play a spy on him and you play a cover 2 because he's not a very smart quarterback yet. He's just not. He can't read progressions or anything like that. So if that's what they do, then he's going to have a big game with the legs, and then that's what's going to open up the pass game for him.
So, why I know you revised your pick here, and you're picking the Ravens. I'm giving you a chance to revise your pick again here, just in case you want to. But the Tennessee Titans laid out a blueprint last year of how to beat the Baltimore Ravens. Do you think, in your analyst mindset here, that the Titans will come out with that same blueprint, and the Baltimore Ravens will be more prepared for that?
So I think that they'll come out with a similar setup. I don't think they'll come out with the exact same because when you lose like that, it hurts, and you study stuff like that. I mean, Buck, you know this. You played at the college level. When you lose like that, it's embarrassing.
Right.
It's embarrassing when you enter the league with the MVP and you lose that first game of the playoffs to a team that shouldn't have even made it out of Gillette. So I think you kind of take that with a grain of salt, kind of just put it in the back of your mind and keep it there the whole time. And I think that Tennessee kind of realizes that as well. Vrabel is not an idiot. He's a great head coach. I really like watching him coach. So I think that they come in with a similar setup, but also a backup plan in case if they come out and they're like, oh, we got you. You ran this last year. Here's a 80-yard touchdown from Lamar. So I think they'll come
And
in.
not only last year's playoffs, but this year's regular season. I mean,
Sure.
they held him again. I mean, he was 17 for 29, and I think he had something like 170 yards passing or something like that. So
Yeah.
they do know how to stop him. But it's go time for Lamar, and I don't think that and he's been clicking lately. I don't think when he's right and when he's ready to go, I'm just not sure you can stop him.
Man Hour Nation. Thanks for checking out that Man Hour clip. You can check out the full episode in the link below in the description, or you can check us live Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. East Coast time on youtube.com/Man Hour. Or you can download the podcast form on Spotify and iHeartRadio as well. Man Hour Nation, stand up.